Hello everybody, and welcome back to Okami. So, we left off, oh yeah, where we have to grab the clothes, that's right. So we have to grab these clothes because we are now in the past. Oh crap, help, someone help. Shiranui's prowling about the village again. I forgot, we have to be sneaky. What the heck was that, you numbskull? You gotta be more careful. You gotta walk up slowly and silently. Then once you're close enough, snatch the robe. Fine, I'll be slow and silent. There you go, slow and silent. Okay. Wink. Okay, now we're gonna turn slow and silent. And then once we get away... Okay, way to go, Amy. The white sacrificial robe is ours. Now let's go get that Nagi into this thing. This is actually one of my favorite parts. It's funny, I don't know. Okay, I don't know if anybody else is a sucker like this, but I'm a sucker for, like, ragdoll physics, and this kind of reminds me of that. We got the robe, now all we gotta do is get Pops here into it. I don't even know how they managed this. Doesn't he look pretty? Now Nagi can pretend to be the maiden sent to be sacrificed. This should be just like the legend said. Right, Amy? Not bad if I say so myself. Anyways, let's get on with it. Let's take him over to the moon cave before he wakes up. After that, he's all dressed up for his date with Destiny. Okay, this part just makes me laugh. I don't know why. Not necessarily like this part, but it's just, I don't know, it looks goofy. And it's not really, I don't think it's supposed to look like this. I remember, there's another part where, oh gosh, what was it? Was it when Susanoo? Yeah, I think it was when Susanoo was writing, Amaterasu. So this is Shizu Field 100 years ago. You've given a piggyback ride to the moon cave before. But it was that babe Kushi last time. The view, not to mention the smell, was a whole lot better then. I'm not sure I'm liking this whole going back to the past business. Ooh, trees. Ooh. Oh, damn. Meh. There we go. I was trying to get all three of them all at once. Because you can, if you line them up just right, but I think with this, this field of view, it's not so easy. There we go. I wish we had more time to explore, because I bet you it'll tell me I can't go a certain way. Like, I bet. What the? I forgot about these things. Oh. Woo! Little alien dudes. I really do like it though, because there's so many subtle hints to obviously certain things going on in this world. So if you remember, you know, the kid, he had that little flying UFO, and obviously like they're referencing the Celestials, right? How they came from the heavens. So like I don't know, I like the little nods, and that's what's kind of crazy. Is like 100 years ago. Obviously, the idea of Celestials and those sorts of things that kind of like came from worlds unknown obviously wasn't so strange to the people of Nippon. But in this sense, they are. Well, I mean, 100 years later, they're considered strange, and people have forgotten the gods and all this other stuff. So, I don't know. It's just neat to think about. All right, so. I am going to look around, because there's bound to be treasures, and I want them. Because obviously once we leave the past, we're not coming back, so... That's the only thing, is I'm not really a fan of games that have that sort of, design to them, you know? Where, it's kind of like an all or nothing, you know? Where it's like you either go there and then once you're done, or once it's done, you're done. So, not really a fan. That's where the moon cave is, up there, so we can only explore so far. So I'm gonna go to the edge of where it'll let me go. Not gonna really go too much farther than that. Because there's stuff like this! Because it's obvious where the game's giving you, like, barriers and stuff, so... Bopple, bopple. You know what's even crazier to me is we haven't even, like, finished the north, the frozen north. So that's what's kind of nuts to me, is we haven't even finished that section. Alright, alright. Obviously we have to go a certain direction. So I'm not gonna waste my time too much. Whoa. Ugh. I had to change that. I have to zoom out, like, I can't do that close-up stuff. Which is crazy, because I can play games like, you know, the Elder Scrolls and stuff, and I can play those in first person, but... I don't know, you get me to certain games and I'm like, I have to be able to see everything, otherwise it's weird, and I don't like it. Give me all that praise. It's also really neat to me because this is obviously like where the dojo would be built and stuff, so I think that's really nifty. Aw, this is where the dojo would be. Clover. Gib. Popple. No, that's not what I want. Gib. No real way to get up there. And it's a good thing we have that, that scroll that keeps all these monsters away. Because we don't... Here's the thing, you don't really gain experience, so you technically don't need to fight the monsters. They're more for your own entertainment. It's more for like, okay, do you need money, or do you have like those bounty lists you need to finish, you know? It's more of that. Otherwise, you don't really need to engage in the battles, and I think that's what I like about this game, is that you're technically not forced to do anything. As far as the battles go, if you don't need to do them. And it's a good thing that we got the ability to cut down these rocks, because there's so many clovers. Bubble, bubble. There we go. Man, so many clovers. But man, am I thankful for it, because we need those upgrades. We want those upgrades. Yeah, gimme all them clovers. And why aren't there so many... Why aren't there as many clovers, you know, later? Okay, we already got the ones up there. So now we're gonna go this way. Yeah. Oh. Ooh, etched glass. Nice. And honestly, we are gonna need money, so I'm not even complaining about that. Man, 1 praise for that? Yikes. Or 11. Okay, I was like, man, if it's only 1, they're being stingy. Like, that's rough. That's like no divinity. Clover. Popple, popple. Ooh, 500. Let's see what we can do. So now we need 330 to get more. But we're full on everything else. So hopefully, by the time we beat this game, we will have enough praise that we will have maxed everything out. Which I think the game gives you more than enough. It's just a matter of if you take the time to complete everything. So... Man, I love this color scheme. Some people don't like all the browns and stuff, but I honestly like it. I think it's actually really good. I know I technically don't have to save, but I don't know. My computer's been acting a bit weird, and it makes me worry. Alright. Oh, more monsters. Ooh. His little walk. Oh, these things are big! He shouldn't be able to follow me that, like, close, I feel like. There we go. It's really hard to see them when he's getting ready to shoot all those daggers out. Okay. There we go. So he teleports, that's what it is. Man, look at all those demon horns! Ooh-wee! Ooh, golden peach! I don't know, I still don't know if I prefer the shotgun blast, like, version of the rosary, or if I prefer, like, the multiple, like, blasts, like just the separate blasts. I'm not really sure. I haven't decided. But we are a lot more powerful than we were. There's no barrier this time. That Orochi must think no one would dare come in here. We should still be careful, no matter how unprepared that snake is. I mean, if you think about it, you managed to slay Orochi 100 years ago, but you died too. And you were at your peak back then. Legend says you appeared each year around the time of the sacrifice. Back then you were called Shiranui, and were said to be a monster. So, how come you didn't just go get rid of Orochi right away? Well, I suppose you had your reasons. But I bet it made Orochi think you were a big fat chicken. Dang. Huh? Where am I? How do you like your dress? What in the world? Why am I wearing this? Hey Pops, you finally came too. Now you can pretend to be the human sacrifice and slay Orochi. Then Nami will fall for you big time. What are you talking about? Oh, yes, of course. I am Nagi, the greatest warrior who ever lived. Ooh, shaky, shaky, shaky. Brace yourself, Amy. Here it comes. Yep. Well, bye, Nagi. It spits him right out. Oh, boy. And there's the barrier. Looks like Orochi can taste the difference between man and maiden. Well, this is it, Amy. Psych yourself up. We're about to face Orochi in peak condition. I think in this game you have to face Orochi, like, what, 3 times? Something like that? 2-3 times? Kinda get tired of seeing him after a while, you know? The Moon Cave. Womp womp. And there's the sake. Look, Amy. The sake barrel. You obtained 8 purification sake. Too bad Orochi didn't drink it down when he tried to eat Pops. But I guess things are never that easy. Still, it ain't over till it's over. I mean, victory is still up for grabs, ain't it? I forget. I don't think we have to do all those puzzles again, but I just don't want to do all the puzzles. I mean, yay, I guess. Okay, we don't. I was like, he's right there. Like, he's literally right there. This is before he needed appetizers, I guess. Hey, isn't that... Oki? An evil power lured me to this cave. And now that you're also here, there can be no doubt. This must be Orochi's stronghold. Ooh. Oh no, it's Laika! Amy, there's someone passed out over there. Oh no, it's Laika! Ooh, boy, boy. And here we go. Look at that gold. This is how you know he was in peak condition. Woo! Yeah! So this is the dreaded Orochi. Amy, this time's the real deal. Remember, you just barely managed to slay Orochi at your peak. Thank you for reminding me, Isun. And in the end, you died too. Yep, great moral support, Isun. I appreciate that. Fools, how dare you stand in my way? I shall claim my 100th sacrifice and become god of the underworld. Then I shall bring eternal darkness upon all the land. But first you shall pay for defiling my dark sanctuary. I am a stranger to these lands. Your words mean nothing to me. Now Kutone shall feast on your blood. That should be more than enough to fulfill its need. I don't understand why he goes into wolf form. No, Oki, wait! Laika's on Orochi's back! I care not. For Orochi will be my ultimate offering to the sacred sword. Kutone will devour the beast down to the very marrow in its bones. Okay, edgelord, that's a child, though. Hey! Oh, this is bad. The sake's not even ready yet. Alright. Time to go. Fire your stuff upon me. Blow it away. And then roar. There you go. Drink. I mean, I guess I could do 2 at once, but... that is, like, the best way to do it, I guess. Just 2 at once, but... Alright, so those 2 should be out. Now... whoa, I don't know what to do about the winds. Yeah, I don't know what to do about the winds. Oh. That's stupid. You're stupid. Your stupid face. one's just chilling. Damn, already? Ooh! That went a lot faster than I expected. Whoa. I feel like this Earth one is the one I'm going to take out first. Oh man, if that angle wasn't so bad though. Alright, so he's down. Ooh, up. There we go. I think I got a little bit of a system down. Here we go. But then I have to run all the way up here. There we go. There's that one down. Whoa. So I have to get close to them, and then when I do enough damage, then the roar, the Yangi. Okay, and then drink up. And then I have to go all the way this way because then they're gonna fall way forward. Nice. There we go. Now, in this fight, like, I feel like this is the part where, like, it kind of messes up some things with Okamiden, but I don't really remember. It has been a while since I played Okamiden, and I am tempted to play it again, just because, like, I feel like I didn't truly appreciate it the way I probably should have, like, back when I first had it, just because some of the puzzles, like, really frustrated me. I will say, I don't really like that the spin-off was on the Nintendo DS. I feel like they could have done something, like, way different, or done something that was still, like, Okami related, but maybe, like, a Ponkel game or something, you know, obviously not, like, a full-on, like, Okami, like, semi-sequel or something, you know? Damn, this one's, like, beefy. But, yeah, so, like, I don't know, I can't really agree with the direction of Okamiden, not Okami, but Okamiden. And I don't know, I didn't really like the ending either. Like, I loved Okami, you know, I love the music, I love the bad guys, I love, you know, the mechanics of it. But Okamiden, while it had a lot of things that were, like, familiar, I don't know, there wasn't enough about it that was familiar to me to make me love it. There. Damn, this is taking forever. I really wonder, okay, so, like, Isun keeps pointing out, like, oh man, you fought Orochi at, you know, his peak, and, you know, like, or, I mean, and back in the day, and you nearly died, and you were also at your peak. But here's the thing, Shiranui didn't have the experience, right? Shiranui didn't have the experience that Amaterasu obviously has in having fought Orochi multiple times. So it's a much different experience, obviously. At least that's how I see it. So it's just like Amaterasu has that benefit in that, you know, they've not only fought Orochi, not at their peak per se, but they fought Orochi before. They know these mechanics. You know, I guess if you can say it that way. But on top of that, it's just like, this is a recent event for them. You know? There we go. Oh, Oki. Hey, get out of the way! Silence. Kyutone, awaken! The time has come to glow silver! Grant me the power of the heavens! What the? Idiot. Oki! Womp womp. I don't understand. Why won't Kyutone awaken? Why, Kyutone? Why? Hold it right there, vile serpent. It's the maiden. He's still in the dress. Amy, is that who I think it is? The cough. Behold, Nagi, the greatest warrior who ever lived. And from this day forth, guardian deity of Kamiki village. Hear me, vile serpent, who would do violence upon the weak. Your time is up. Feel the wrath of my trusty sword. Idiot. Shiranui, I don't know why you are here, but Orochi is mine. I shall slay the beast. The time has come. O great gods of the heavens, sweep away these dark clouds. Bear witness as the beast succumbs to my trusty sword, Bokunenjin. Wait, this all sounds familiar. Oh yeah, the Legend of Nagi. His sword gained power over evil when the moon shined upon it. At least, that's what they say. Ta-da! His sword. It's... Huh? What devilry is this? My sword. It suddenly blazed gold. Must be the heavens which aid me. I shall wield this divine gift with all my might. Nagi style, blade of truth. Alright, we already know how this goes. Good will never give in to evil. Man, this looks familiar. It's almost like this has happened before. Now for the ultimate Nagi-style martial arts. Celestial Cleaver! Yay! We got Laika! Ooh! New blade! Shing. You obtain Divine Instrument, Thunder Edge. Glaive imbued with Thunder Spirit. Utilizes lightning power. The moment that the legend of Nagi was fulfilled, it was the most beautiful sight one could imagine. Bathed in moonlight, Nagi's sword twinkled, reflecting golden light. With Orochi's body cleaved, the beast was sealed for 100 years. The sword was dubbed Tsukuyomi and enshrined in the moon cave. Ooh, that's graphic. Little Laika, the Wina girl who had been tainted by Orochi's dark power, had her curse lifted and returned to normal. However, one man, Oki, did not show such signs of recovery. Orochi's power had interfered with his most desperate attack. Despite the grave danger, Kutone did not exhibit the silver glow. Oki's heart burned at the thought of what Nagi's sword had wrought. Thoroughly humiliated and boiling with rage, he skulked away into the darkness, making sure that no one lay eyes upon him. Well, he should stop being such an idiot, you know? Dummy. I mean, I get why he does what he does, but still. To not even, like, care about Laika? Like, crazy. I have slain the beast. I, Nagi, have defeated the dreaded Orochi. We know, we know. Now will you stop repeating yourself? I commend your bravery, Shiranui. But it was I who felled the foul beast. Yeah, whatever. Furball here did all the work. Anyway. Where did Oki go? He left without a word. Well, at least we saved Laika. Oh, right. I've got a bad feeling about this. What's that Orochi up to now? Thought he was dead. Hey, Pops! You'd better get over here, quick! Pops! Ooh! It's Shiranui! Shiranui? Amy? No, it's the actual Shiranui. You saved my life? Hey, you guys! This battle is far from over. Now get out of here while you still have the chance. Is that Old Man Ishaku? Where's Laika, by the way? That's what I want to know. Whoa. You know, that wolf who helped Nagi, that was Shiranui. Or in other words, that was you 100 years ago. That was how you met your end after your venture with Gramps. You battled and slew the dreaded Orochi, only to die yourself. Isun, is that you? Huh? Laika? It's been ages. Too bad we had to meet like this. What made you go through the Spirit Gate anyways? The Spirit Gate? What's that? All I remember is 2 owls appearing in a dream. They invited me to come play with them in the forest. Next thing I knew, I woke up there. Thank goodness you and your doggy came to save me. You had a dream about 2 owls? Aren't the guardian guards of Kamui owls? Why would the owls lead you here? Nah, it was Lechku and Nechku. Look, Amy. The sun. It's starting to wane. The day of darkness is about to begin. This day-long solar eclipse only happens once every 100 years. Day of darkness? What's that? It looks like something's taking a big bite out of the sun. Amy, you're the sun god. What's gonna happen to you if the sun disappears? Sun god? What's that? Laika, you can recite that volcanic incantation, can't you? It's supposed to make that frozen mountain Ezofuji erupt, right? Well, you better do it, because Kamui's gonna freeze if you don't. Volcanic incantation? What's that? You mean that prayer we offered to the mountain by the lake? Yeah, I can mimic that prayer of Old Man Camus perfectly. He's even told me that I do it really well. I know. That's why we need your help back in the village. Let's go, Amy. Back to Webkir, as fast as you can. Oh, don't put me on a timer. But I probably am on a timer, and I don't remember the way back. So this is bad. Hopefully it doesn't, make me remember. I would assume so long as I keep going forward, it won't make me remember. What are you doing, Amy? We gotta get back to Webkir before they freeze to death. Well, I plan on it, but stop turning me around. Okay. Okay. Alright. I am gonna save just because if it does put me on a timer, which I don't think it does, I don't remember it doing that. So, I'm not gonna worry too much about it. But that would be really bad. Alright, back to Webkir. Problem is, where is Webkir? Treasure. Whoa. Gimme. Don't judge me. We might need that. Alright, Webkir is this way. Whoa. Now that's one nasty blizzard. It's blowing in from the rear of the village. Anyways, we gotta get Laika to the altar. We're almost to the edge of Lake Laoki, or the edge of Laoki Lake. Ooh, treasure. Oh, there's bunnies here? Aw, poor bunnies. Here, eat up, bunnies. Poor babies. I didn't even know they were here. Jade tassels. Nice. I'll say if I would have known, I would have fed them earlier. I already fed these guys. We need to go up. Yeah. Alright, I already fed them. And then this is that dude's house. There's nothing over here as far as I know. Unless there's suddenly animals I never fed before. Yes, yes, I know everybody's gonna freeze to death, but feeding animals is important too. Woohoo! Too bad you can't feed the owls, though. I feel like that should be an option. All things considered. Sheesh, what's up with this nasty blizzard? I mean, where the heck does this thing come from? Lechku and Nechku. I swear. Alright. Here? Huh? Thought everyone would be gathering at the altar. But nobody's here, not even Old Man Kemu or Samiko. We can't make like a pray here all alone in this weather. Doggone it, where the heck did everyone go? I would bet they're up here at the priestess's house. They have to be. Okay. For some odd reason I thought maybe there was a ledge there, because it looked like there might be, but I guess not. There's Tanukis. There we go. I wonder if they're where that blizzard's coming from. Weird. There. A monster? Oh, that's where it's coming from, yeah. What's everyone doing here? Hey, I brought Laika, everyone. So what's up with this nasty blizzard? It's the Day of Darkness. This day comes once every 100 years. Now it's upon us again. That's why the monsters are making the blizzard even fiercer. And Oki, how could he be so irresponsible at a time like this? He destroyed the gate here on his way to Waku Shrine. What? I tried to stop him, but he was waving Kutone's sword about. And he was through the gate before I could do a thing. Now Kamui could freeze over whether the eclipse comes or not. Oki suddenly disappeared after we defeated Orochi. Never thought he'd come here and do something like this. I bet he just wants to steal all the glory for himself. No, Oki's not like that. I understand why he took the divine Kutone sword. He was trying to do what was right for the village. When the two demons got violent at the shrine of Ezofuji, it was Oki who came to Kemu's rescue. Huh? I thought Samiko was the one who saved Old Man Kemu. Oki acted as bait so that Kemu and Samiko could escape. They survived because Oki acted as their shield and fought for them. Oki is the strongest among us, but even so, he was no match for them. He was lucky to come home alive. Wow, that's quite a feat, surviving a battle against two demons. But he was angry that he couldn't defeat the demons. So he took the sword and left the village to fight again. I know it's unforgivable that he stole the sword like that, but he was just trying to do the right thing. All he cares about is doing what's right. It won't be long before the eclipse makes the sun disappear. If the volcanic incantation doesn't start Ezofuji erupting, Kamui will get colder until it freezes over completely. Please, Laika. We're relying on you to make this work. Oki always told me what kind of Weena he wanted me to become. He told me to be a good Weena and use my power to help everyone. Do you think it'd help everyone if I prayed like I always do? Who cares about this stupid blizzard? I'm gonna pray for our mountain to come back to life. That's my girl. Let's go, my little warrior. If you don't start the incantation soon, it'll be too late. Alright, so I guess they're gonna do that. There was another reason. Another reason why Oki went off with the divine Kutone sword. The wall of ice shall shatter and open the way to the heavens when Kutone glows silver. Legend has it that the sword has the power to ward off evil. That's why Oki left the village with it. He was going to use the sacred sword to fight the monsters alone. cold air from the mountains will freeze our people to death. Unless I can shut this gate. Hey, Gramps, don't overdo it now. Those demons will do you in if you don't cut this out. Leave me be. If I'm not able to recite the volcanic incantation, then I'll utter the prayer to shut the gate. Yeah, but it doesn't seem to be working, does it? Well, time to go in. We really gonna go through here, Amy? The ruins of Waku's shrine lie within Ezofuji. It's a strange place discovered by the people of Wepkir long ago. At the peak lies an altar with the statues of the twin demons, and the trail up there is littered with odd contraptions. The twin demons are known as Lechku and Nechku. Their altar statues came to life and terrorized this land long ago. They were defeated and imprisoned by a legendary Weena hero. But it seems they've broken free and are once again wreaking havoc. This can't just be coincidence. I mean, remember what the no-good Ninetails said? You know, something about Yami, ruler of the Land of Darkness? I don't know exactly who this Yami character is, but all sorts of strange things started happening once Orochi returned. Who knows if this mountain shrine has anything to do with all that? But I think we need to be extra careful this time. I mean, sure. Why not? I'll be careful. I will carefully kill every demon I find. Yay, ice levels! Don't we love ice levels? I know I do. Go on. Do your worst. Wait a second, Amy. See those cannons over there? I'm not so sure they're there to greet us. Let's take it slow and easy. Can I, like, hit him back? Yeah. Slow and easy. Yeah. Are you kidding me? Sheesh. I hate ice levels so much. Yep. Da-da-da. Find them all and get a special reward. Yeah, I know, but I'm not going after the special reward. Ruby tassels. Because we love to see it. Give me all the money. Alright. Whew! Look at this. Whoa. What is with that angle? Alright, so obviously we have our demon door there, which means we cannot go that way until we get the key. Because we all know how that works, which means we gotta go on the ice. Which is just gonna throw me every which way. Oh, and when I run across it, it disappears. Yeah. Because we love it. We love that. We love that for us. Give. Those are gonna fall. Oh no! Not a ball! Ugh. Okay. Alright, so we have ball, and we have weight, and ice. Yes. And we have yeah. What the? Is this kind of like a game or something? Are we supposed to balance against the weight on the other side? In case you haven't noticed, I don't weigh a ton. Well, no, but these do. So we take this, and we jump up here. And we drop this, and we make it grow. Equilibrium! We did it! But I don't think I can touch that ball. I think it'll freeze me if I do. So, the question is, do I... How touch? Do I... Because I don't want to unfreeze it, right? Can blow it, though? Right? Can blow. Yes. Are you... Not a hard puzzle. Not my favorite puzzle, but not a hard puzzle. Vengeance slip. Oh, what is with this zooming in? Zoom me out, Scotty. Alright, so now we got our key, which means we can go back to all this other nonsense. And go back through this whole shenan. Ah! It's not very nice. I feel like I shouldn't have fallen there, but for some odd reason I did. Take the key. Bleh. Oh man, I forget. Is there a blockhead in here? If there is, I will scream. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of ice and some fire. I wonder what I'm supposed to do. Crazy. What a crazy puzzle. Okay. I want to go over here. Oh, God. I thought I could make it. I guess not. Where could I make it? There's not a flower, is there? Oh, no. I'm just gonna look. Okay, there's no flower, but there is a cat. Which will allow us to scale that wall. What the hell was that I was seeing? That doesn't seem normal. Anyways. No flower. Okay, so we're just supposed to go up the normal way. And that's fine, I suppose. Or I can just go around this way. And maybe this was the way I was supposed to go the entire time. Seems like it. Yeah, because this just leads to that. So I want to look around this way. Okay, there's nothing. It's just wall. Wall and money. Whoa. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Yeah. I like it. Oh God. Okay. Okay. I'm just planning my strategy. Alright, so... Okay. So I want it to attack me. Because I want to get rid of it. There we go. can't do that. But if we do this... Alright, it's right there. I heard it, and so we're going for it. Oh god. Go on. What the... Okay. I feel like the worst is over. At least as far as that goes. Alright. That was a lot less painful than I thought it was going to be. Doesn't mean I liked it, but... Is there anything around here? I don't think there is, and here's the thing. Even if there is, dude, I don't... Nope, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it right now. Oh no! What is this bullshit? Okay. Cool, I guess. But not needed. What is this? Okay, there's obviously going to be an elevator of some sort. Or some sort of mechanism that I'll have to worry about later. I see the spiders. I see more mechanisms that way. We have our little archway here for continuing. Okay, so this is obviously going to be the way that we have to go. This, I think, is a little bit extra, but I'm not sure. I mean, eventually we're going to have to go to everything. Stop, stop, Amy. See those glowing red beasts? Those are flame spiders. They resemble a blocking spider or a platform spider. But as you can see, they burn you real good if you touch them. Well, let's play it safe, okay? You might get hurt if you try to hitch a ride like you usually do. Okay, so can I blow them off? No? No? Okay, so... This gate ain't gonna open. There must be some sort of trick to it. There's a hole smack dab in the middle. Okay, okay, okay. So... Obviously, I'm going to need some ice to get that, and I think that's our last brush trick, is that. But there is a save spot here, so I'm going to go ahead and save. I'm going to leave it here, because we are in the middle of something, and obviously we still have a long way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and save real quick, and then just kind of call it there. 28 hours in this game, nearly 29. I mean, this is a decently sized game. But anyways, this is where I'm going to leave it. But anyways, leave a like on the series if you like it and if you want to see more. Obviously, I'm going to finish it at this point because, I mean, we don't really have that much to go. Anyways, like I've always said, I love that you guys love my videos, that you love my content. Obviously, there's content that you like more than others. But any bit of support and discussion really is so much fun for me, and I appreciate it every single time I get to chat with one of you guys, have discussion, especially when it comes to games, just because it's one of my greatest passions. Likes help me a lot, but so does subscribing. I would love to do more of this, but unfortunately, I am just kind of doing it as a hobby, and I'm not really at the point where I can be monetized. So every subscribe, does help me get to that goal of being monetized so that I can make more of this content for you guys and more game preservation. But anyways, thank you guys so much for your continued support on my channel. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, ciao you guys!